This is an Albion Online guide on how to solo the 3v3 or the 3-man, the 3-team Abyssal Depths, known as the Trio Depths, okay? And this build will allow you to mostly safely farm it by yourself while collecting loot, most of the time being able to extract. And when a team of 3 people collapse on you, this build, depending on where they collapse on you at and their build and your build, which I'm going to go over, will allow you to survive, but also make it so that you're so annoying to fight against that teams of 3 will just leave you alone. But you can also make it where they're going to make a lot of mistakes and they're going to get downed or they're going to clash with other teams of 3. So let me show you the build. I'm in a depths right now. It's burning up in here. But we start with the Cleric Cal. If a 3-team comp dives you with everything they got, this is going to allow you to take 0 damage. You can also use this to wait on your cooldowns. You can use this to sit in a pile of mobs so that the mobs lose aggro on you and then get aggro on an enemy team. I have the Royal Jacket here to get your cooldowns back faster. It's also leather, so very good for defenses. We have the Face Scale Sandals, and we have the Ethereal Form. This will drop mob aggro. It's super important. We are going to be using this to give teams of 3 the slip when we dive into a big group of mobs, and our weapon, the Great Nature Staff. Now, for farming, we're going to use Thorn Growth. If you're being chased, you swap to Rejuvenation. We also have Protection of Nature, and we have Living Armor. Also, Energetic is very important for maintaining energy. For food, we have the Pork Omelet, and there's a player coming, so I'm going to go down to the next level here. And for food, Omelet for cooldowns. For potion, just the really crappy energy potion. You will run out of energy with this build, so it's important that you have just the crappy energy potions. Using the better energy potions is a waste because you're either going to live or die, and just getting a small boost of energy is all you really need. Cape, I use Fort Sterling Cape, and that is so that I don't get stunned by a comp of 3. You want your satchel so you can maximize your farm. Also, for awakened stats, you want HP and Mob Fame. I have defense and cooldown rate because I use it. I used to use this before the nerfs in open world, but now it's kind of useless. So I have not swapped these over yet. But anyway, let me show you how the build works. So essentially, you're just going to cast your Q spells on the ground and grab all the mobs in a big ball like so. Whenever you lose some HP, just cast W and E on yourself. You hold the Alt button and then push the W and E, and that's going to heal you every time you take damage. And then you just run in a circle while you cast Q spells on the ground. It's not the fastest clearing build, but it's by far the safest, right? But what's important is that this build allows you to survive, get away, or thwart groups of 3 that come at you. Kinda, sorta, alright? And I'm going to explain positioning and how all that stuff works. So let me just clear these mobs. And you want to clear the mobs. Also, you want to be casting this every time they're off cooldown while you're pulling mobs so that you're not caught at low HP. But I am explaining a video. So anyway, you generally want to prowl around in the middle parts of the map, not on the edges. If you're on the edges, work your way towards the middle. You want as many directions to go as possible. This is also an easier way to run into other players. Now, the way this works is this is mostly a fame farming safe build to minimize losses as well. If you happen to get some treasure chests with some valuable loot, then yeah, just sit on the outsides of the map, wait for an extract, and, you know, bank your loot, right? Otherwise, you're expected to eat a repair bill anytime that players, you know, basically kill you. That, again, this is mostly for fame farming, but essentially, what we're going to be doing to thwart other players from ganking us, and I don't know a single build that can fame farm as easily as this, but also semi-escape from other players, right? Now, you're still going to lose, you're still going to die, so just face that fact. You're going to get some fat treasure, and then someone's going to come along and kill you. It's just going to happen, so if you don't have the heart to lose loot like that, then this mode really isn't for you, because it will happen, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But what you want to do is you want to clear these rooms with these chests, because, well, they give chests. Let's see if we get anything good here. And we got 5k, not a big deal. I've gotten a million from these before, from purple ones, but let's say a player starts chasing me. My goal, when I see another player, run the opposite direction. Now, they're almost always going to chase you because you're a solo player and you're a healing build. So they're like, oh, free kill, right? But what you do, let's say I'm being chased by someone down here in the bottom left corner. What I want to do is I want to wait till they get somewhat close, and I would prefer a more beefier mob pull than this. You want to pull all the mobs. you want to pull all the mobs on you and then start healing off of their damage, like so, right? Now, what's going to happen is the enemy team is most likely going to just dive you. They're just going to dive in. As soon as they do, you can use your ice block, and that's going to drop aggro, and all the enemies are suddenly going to attack your gankers. And if they're not careful, especially with all the AoE spells blasting off, because we pulled the entire room on ourselves, they will get downed. If they don't get downed, they will be severely injured. At this point, anytime we get out of ice block, we can just fully heal up from any damage we receive. Basically, standing in the pile of mobs is our source of healing, whereas it's also our damage to any enemy teams. So an enemy team is almost always forced to clear the mobs, which they're not going to do, and if they do, we can just give them the slip. The second way we can drop aggro is with our boot spell Ethereal Form, and what you want to do is pass through all 3 of the enemy combatants that are trying to kill you, and by doing so, you will get a lot of distance on them, and then when you're out of combat, you switch to regular, like, mana sprint run, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And you just run around, you clear these camps. Again, this is not the fastest camp clearing build. You get the souls, you turn the souls into these little areas, or you can extract if you get some good loot. In this case, I'm on the 2nd floor with 10k loot, so if I die, it's 10k loot. Who cares? But if I had like 300k, I would be running towards an extract here. And, oh, look, a boss room. But, yeah, essentially, anytime you see a player nameplate, you want to run into the biggest room with the most mobs possible, and that's your source of healing. Also, any kind of damage on the ground, like a lava pool that the enemies, like, cast, those things are your source of healing. Like this guy, he's about to cast a lava pool. I'm just going to stand in it, and, well, I'm not really healing all that much, but, this fight's pretty easy. I'm just going to skip ahead here. That was 205,000 fame. We got a blue chest, and, there we go, 348k. So what I want to do now is I just want to extract with this. I don't need to stick around, and so the closest extract is there. And unfortunately, you have to channel the soul into the extract to leave, right? So if there's players nearby, you just won't be able to do it. They will continuously interrupt you. And so at this point, I just want to have an exit. Now, once the exit is there, you can immediately leave. So I can go back to this room, grab the soul, go up here, turn it in for more loot if I want to risk it, okay? But in order to also use this, I need to clear the room as well, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. They changed it since the beta. Let me check. All right, let's see. Because if you use it from the top, you won't aggro any mobs. And yeah, I can just channel this right in there. And again, I have 359k on me right now. But I kind of want to go back and risk it a bit. So, because I can just bolt it to this and then immediately leave, I'm just going to swap my run speed. Also, I'm just going to swap the heals so I can stay alive a bit longer. Also, I don't know if this is the case, but if you attack an enemy player with anything that puts you in combat, and generally in most areas, you won't be able to use any kind of extracts or leave, because it'll say you can't leave because you're in combat. So that's something you want to be aware of. Don't accidentally attack any enemies if you're in this situation. And let's see if I manage to extract or not. Now, the counter to this build is very simple. The counter is that if the enemy team of 3s are in comms, and this will happen, especially with more experienced players, when they see you cast Living Armor, there's 2 things they can do. The first thing is they can just not attack you. They can just not attack you until the cooldown. And there's another 100k, look at that, see? Very cool. The second thing that they can do is they can purge this. They can simply dispel or purge or remove it. And, yeah. So just keep that in mind with this build. It's not foolproof. It's not guaranteed. I kind of want to keep running around, but I have 472k, so I think I'll deposit. All right, so we have an issue. I put a soul in here to leave, and then I you know, just to have it ready. Someone else must have ran by and extracted, because now it wants a soul again. So I'm in trouble a little bit. But I cleared the room. They dropped a soul, and we are out of here. So, oh, look at that. See, it's in there, and oh, okay, here's the I didn't know this. I'm learning. Again, this changed since the beta. But when you put a soul in, you only get 20-something seconds to extract. Now we know, guys. Now we know you can't deposit it. I could have parked a soul there for later. Just park it there. But hey, you know, we got out with 472k, and we can go back in. I want to show you some fights. I want to show you how fights go, so I'm going to skip to that. Also, another tip to min-max your fame farming is you want to go into, like, big rooms. Not like if I crawled the side, there's not a lot of pools, but like there's some big rooms there, a lot of big rooms here. And I just want to get to an area where I can pull as many mobs as possible. So, you know, again, this build can sustain, like, pulling the entire room of mobs. And other players that chase you into this absolute murder pile of AoE explosions will get down insanely fast. That's the power of this build. Anyone that decides to dive me, I'm just going to ice block. The mobs are going to turn and kill them immediately. And then if they're a solo and don't have someone, you know, healing or whatever, then I can just execute them. It's whatever, right? And they're going to be put into combat if they're walking into your thorns. Now, see here, my cooldowns are not quite matching how much HP I'm taking, so I'm just going to have to pop my jacket and get my my W and E back a little bit early. But you can see I can easily weather the storm, and the more you do the dungeon, the longer you do the dungeon, right? The more damage you deal and the more defense you have, so it makes it easier to clear the rooms. But yeah, the fame is unrivaled. The fame is amazing in this area. Also, be aware, I'm playing when the server's about to go down. The server goes down in like 9 minutes. So you want to hold a soul and extract before the server goes down, because if the server goes down and you're still in the dungeon will technically close on you and kill you, and that gives you a repair bill. And my repair bill with an 8-4 satchel, it's like 120k, so I'd rather just not eat that repair bill. And yeah, these guys are diving me pretty hard here, but this build is just the build if you want to stand in mob attacks. It's literally, it's designed for it, right? You can see I'm out of mana. I'm going to pop a potion. These potions are like 200 silver each, so do not be afraid to pump these potions. They are absolutely worth it. You can see I'm about to eat a big chunk of damage here, but again, just pop my spells. And again, I can sit on the cooldown. I have Ice Block. I can de-aggro. I can sit on Ice Block. It's fine, right? Just wait on my cooldowns. And again, I know I'm standing in attacks here, but hey, look, we got our cooldowns back once again. We can absolutely just demolish all of these mobs, no problem. And some rooms are harder to pull than others, but but you can do it, man. I believe in you. It's once you get used to playing Great Nature, it's super easy. It's brainless. I've been running this build. Hey, another soul. I've been running this build while just you know, watching anime and stuff. I think I can get here in like 5 minutes and turn this in. I think I can do that easy enough. All right, nope. There's a team up here. So look at that. Look, they're gonna be running at me and stuff. I'm gonna let them see me because I just want to get footage of showing you. Okay, that's a bear, so that my cape should counter that. What's the third guy? Carving. Look at that. That is a tanky team comp. Here they come. They're powering up, and I'm gonna kite them in now. Because they have a tank, it's a little bit harder to like get them smushed into mobs. Yeah, and here they come, right? Whoop-de-doo. But there's a pretty big room of mobs in here. Let's see if they take the bait. Let's see if they fall for it. Okay, this room ain't the best, but it's something, right? So now I'm just gonna, you know, heal up a bit. Let him get in here. Look at how much damage he's taking, dude. It's like down to half already. I'm gonna ice block now. I'm just gonna chill in the ice block. They're gonna have to deal with the mobs now. Cool. Right? And again. Now, again, this is how you would kind of maybe run away. Okay, they've killed the mobs, so I'm gonna have to just leave and go to the next room. I got a room over here. Oh, I have the wrong boot spell. Crap. I did not have the right boot spell. So here he comes. Someone cleared this room. There's a soul there. Oh, I need a dangerous room. That's fine. All right. It's fine. We just need more mobs. More mobs, yes. Dump all those barrels on him. All right, here we go. We got another room. My HP is a little low here, though. So we need to get some heals. And again, we're just gonna run around in the room here. And there we go. Now they're stuck in mobs. One of them's about to get down. Look at this guy. Look, he's like... Okay, here. Hit my spells. Hit all my spells. So he got healed a little bit there. So, again, they're having a lot of difficulty killing me, right? So imagine if I had the right boot spell, for one. Which I don't. But, okay. We're in another room. We got some more mobs. We can kind of heal off of here. Here we go. I got my ice block in just a few seconds. And here we go. Ice block now. Look at their HP. Also, I didn't switch my Q to a heal. Alright, we're going to heal again. And again, they're having difficulty. They're having big trouble. So now I run to the next room. And at some point, they give up, right? They're going to maybe give up. Here we go. We got the next room ready. Get it ready, boyos. Alright, and then heal up. Here we go. Get my cooldowns back with my jacket. And Bear jumps in. He's going to taunt and grab everything, maybe. We're gonna, you know, try to heal off your damage again. Again, super annoying for them to deal with, right? And I still have that soul, right? Alright, let's run next room. I'm getting kind of low here. Pull some more mob. Oh, we got another team. Yes, 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 engage. Everyone fight. Just ignore me. I'm just a heal. Oh, they're still on me. Oh, no. My cooldowns. All right, y'all fight. I'm not a threat. Oh, they want to pop me. Oh, no. Come on. Oh, so close. They almost got me. Oh, boy. I'm just here in the corner. Oh, wait, we got a stick guy on us. Oh. All right, well, they managed to get me, right? But now, that team that got greedy and chased me for, like, I don't know how many, what, 2 minutes? 3 minutes? They now have to fight the other team. It's too funny, man. All right. But sometimes, like, okay, if I had the right boot ability, I didn't have the right boot ability, I'd have way more move speed and I can get enough distance to just leave. But there goes that carving guy. He's about to die, right? And so I didn't make it in this one, but I stalled way more than enough to just instantly die. Like, no, if you run a speed clearing build like Astral Staff, yeah, you can come in here and farm, but as soon as this 3-team jumps you, you're dead. With this build, you have a chance. All right, that's the whole point. That's what I just want to get at here. Also, if you aren't chat muted, you could talk to whoever, right? But man, they are still brawling. But I know you're probably gonna say, so but you just come in here with 2 more people, just get 2 people and jump in, right? Just do whatever. No, dude, I'm making a guide for solo players because there are people that don't have friends. There are people that they don't align well with others. But you saw how different. Like, that was a very balanced team. Healer, tank, DPS. Especially with that bear tank, but without that bear tank or a very bursty Hallowfall healer, they would run into those mobs and get down, and I could just execute them one by one. I have cleaned up so many people just by executing them when they jump into mobs. Also, they dumped my soul down here. Soul of Soul Bitchy, right? Anyway, it's going to be a little white soul now because I left. But anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. It's a super easy build. It's super easy to play. That's what I like about it. But yeah. I think I've been down a few times. My repair build, 3 times since I've repaired. But hey, it is what it is. I think it's worth the fame farm, the repair build, whatever. It's just really good fame. But anyway, I wish I could get you a clip and show you some successful escapes. But you get the idea. Use your imagination. I'm not going to wait until the server gets back up to continue this video. I use server downtime for video editing and rendering. Anyway, that's all I got. See you later. Mwah. Click the button on the right side of your screen. And if you do, your muscles won't be so tense and your feet won't hurt when you go do exercise, cardio, lifting, whatever it is you do.